Live with Ches, we up next. Live with Ches, sports for best. Live with Ches, live up next. Live with Ches, we're the best. Live with Ches, live up next.
Hello, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of Live with Ches. I'm your humble host, Cameron Chester, and today we are talking football, NFL. Let's get right into the news. Week 2 happened, and it was another great, entertaining week 2. A lot of pretty close games, a lot of blowouts, a lot of stories. Let's get right to the news. Let's start off with the first game of week 2. It was the Commanders versus the Packers, and this was a very dominant Packers game the whole time. The Commanders really had no answers for the Packers defense. The Packers offense was flowing. Towards the end, Jaden Daniels did find a touchdown towards the end, but he was just struggling, having a hard time. He wasn't really connecting with Terry. Him and Debo were having a great connection. He tried to throw the ball a lot to Noah Brown, but it didn't really work out in certain situations, and their running game wasn't really helpful at all. And JD did get hurt in this game, which is kind of scary, but it was just like a sprained knee. Jordan Love looked amazing. Josh Jacobs, the wide receivers were eating. Dante Wicks was eating. Micah was eating on the defensive side. Nixon, the Packers look like they are the number 1 team right now in the NFL. And next we move on to the 49ers and Saints. There was a close game. 49ers were basically injured. Their offensive side was injured. Brock Purdy was hurt. Kittle was hurt, but they found a way to win and beat rebuilding and struggling Saints. But Spencer Rattler played his heart out there and performed pretty well with 3 touchdowns for the Saints. Next, the Rams and Titans. The Rams, who I think is the number 2 team right now, even though some people will argue the Eagles, but the Rams look electric right now with their weapons, with their defense, especially their pass rush. They gave the first overall pick, Cam Ward, so much trouble and confusion. Matthew Stafford still looks crisp, clean, even though earlier during the offseason people were questioning his ability to play and his back, but he showed that is not a problem. Next, a very interesting game, Jaguars and Bengals. Joe Burrow got hurt. It was the turf toe, and he will be out for 3 months after surgery. But the Bengals found a way to win with Browning. And this is a big question for the Jags. Is Trevor Lawrence the answer? Because you couldn't beat a very questionable Bengals team, who everybody knows their defense is not that great, and they did not have their star man, Joe Burrow, on the other side. And you had everybody, including your quarterback you just paid millions for. But yeah, I will continue to say he did not deserve that contract, and he's starting to lean over to the overrated side for me. And yeah, this is very questioning, and I think the Jaguars should start questioning themselves. Is Trevor the answer? But it's kind of too late after you gave him that money, but you should have did that before. But it's hard to find a QB in this league, and I understand, but sometimes you just don't want to trap yourself, just like the Saints did with Derek Carr or the Browns did with Deshaun Watson. But surprisingly, the Bengals move on to 2-0 without Joe Burrow. Next, Browns and Ravens. This was a BTA for the Ravens. They handled things, and Browns need to start questioning themselves. Is Joe Flacco the starting quarterback for them? Will it be Gabriel or will it be Sanders? We'll see. Next, Bills versus Jets. Another BTA. The Bills handed to the Jets. Justin Fields got hurt later in that game, but he still didn't perform well before that. Patriots versus Dolphins. Patriots won 33-27. Yeah, it's over, Dolphins. It looks like it's starting to be a rebuild. Mike McDaniels is not that guy. A lot of questions have come out. Jalen Ramsey even questioned him and said that he prefers to play for somebody that the team respects. So that was a big another nail in the coffin for Mike McDaniels. And this just also shows. And another QB I thought was overpaid in Tua. But yeah. Next, Giants versus Cowboys. Great back and forth game until the last second. Giants fans thought they had it with that bomb from Russell Wilson to leak. But yeah, Cowboys found a way there. Dak Prescott found a way to win, and Aubrey, oh my God. What was it, 64-yard field goal? Crazy. Next, Bears versus Lions. Lions hand BTA to the Bears. Caleb Williams continued to struggle. His offense continues to be stale. Offensive line is not great, and the Lions offense showed that they are still high-powered and a great machine. Next, Seahawks and Steelers. Seahawks handled things. Sam Darnold looked amazing. JSN is stamping that he is a #1 receiver. Steelers defense looks awful. Aaron Rodgers had a lot of mishaps. DK at least scored, but still, that was a very bad game for the Steelers. Next, very close game, Broncos Colts. Daniel Jones continues to roll with the Colts. All these weapons: Pittman, Warren, Alec Pierce, Jonathan Taylor. The Colts are finding ways to win, and it's that Anthony Richardson future, like I said in my last episode. Next, Panthers and Cardinals. Close game also. Bryce Young didn't play too terrible. He had 3 touchdowns, but the QBR was only like 45. Kyler didn't have a crazy game, but he still did his thing, and the Cardinals found a way to win 27-22. Panthers continue to struggle. Cardinals continue to move on greatly during the season. Next, we have the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles versus Chiefs, and this was a very interesting game, very defensive game. Both offenses had a hard time to find anything really, especially for the Chiefs, where all their players out right now. Xavier Worthy, Rice, and Kelsey just making a mistake towards the end, costing the game with that mess up catch that he had. And the Eagles walk away with a win again over the Chiefs. Next, we have a very boring game, in my opinion, but very great defensive game overall. Falcons versus Vikings, and the Falcons won 22-6. Penix and McCarthy struggled greatly during this game, and both had a hard time, but it came down to the Falcons defense and their run game. That's what happened. Next, we have the Buccaneers and Texans. This was an interesting game. Came down to the last final moments. Baker Mayfield was able to help his team and lead down to a Rashid White touchdown. CJ looked good. We all know he had a sophomore slumps, but he looked really good. But it was just that Texans defense couldn't find a way to stop that high-powered Bucs offense. And then next we have the Chargers and Raiders. Not such of a crazy game. Chargers found a way to win. Quentin Johnson had a 60-yard touchdown by Justin Herbert throwing him down, finding him open down the seam. Raiders, questionable, bro. Another questionable team. It's always rebuild with the Raiders, but you never know. I think going for Geno Smith was a mistake, in my opinion. I feel like if you're going for a full rebuild, you need to start with the foundation of finding your quarterback for the future. And you already have pieces. You just need to find that key star for your quarterback position. And that's all, folks. Tell me what you think. Week 2 is in the books. I lost my fantasy by only like 0.36 points, and I'm very mad right now. Tell me what about your fantasy team? Are you winning? Tell me if your teams are winning. It's been your boy Cameron Cheston. It's been Live with Ches.
Live with Ches, we're the best. Live with Ches, live up next.